Welcome everyone. We are running a little later than normal, but before our absolute latest stream time this Sunday for me at least. How is everybody doing? I hope they're doing well. How is my audio today? Sounds a little low. Turn that just a little bit more up. Oh, that's too much. Like, click one down. A little bit more. This is a spinning wheel, so it's unfortunately not as easy to go down a level. How about that? Oh my god, I can't get between, like, far away and sounding like I'm right in your ear. Ta-ta-da. Hello, hello. I feel like we're getting closer. Oh, you could hear me when I swallowed. Oh. Yeah, let's definitely bring that down a bit. Ooh. Is that all the way up? Oh, you could barely hear me. I was off in the distance. And what about now? Okay, so I feel like you pretty much have to be there if I'm gonna be heard. Otherwise, hello, Sylvie. You're in the U.S. Are you visiting that friend? I feel like I vaguely remember you visited the U.S. for that friend. Well, I hope your friend is doing well as well. Alright, so we are still on the... No, thank you for popping in, especially if you're on vacation. We're still on the egregious banner of 4 different characters, 5-star characters specifically, being available at the same time. And we still have not gotten Moza. So as you know, last time I was pulling on Mother's banner, Kafka, and I pulled like 5 times, I think. Where are we on that one? We're at 60 pity. We have not gotten a 5-star, but we were mostly pulling for the new guy, Moza, because I have Jiao Chao, so I need Moza to complete the set. It's like having Adventurine and Dr. Ratio. You gotta have the 2 together. Or Kafka and Blade. Like, they're sets. They should not be apart. So I have been trying to pull mostly for this man. And I have gotten, I think it was last time, it was like 3 of Asta and 2 of Luca during those 5 pulls. So we'll see what we get this time. Once again, I'm not going to be super angry if we don't get Kafka today. Like, if we get a 5-star and it's a standard banner, we lose the pity. I won't mind too much because that just means a guarantee for next time. For a new character. So we have cobbled together 10 pulls. So that puts us at 70. We can only pray for Moza. Please, do not give me another Asta or Luca. I just want Moza. I think this game is mocking me. Anytime there's a new 4-star character, the game will just not give me that character. Huh. Alright, so that's 70. Still no Moza. I'm gonna have to get him again on one of those events that's like, oh, pick your 4-star that you want. That's how I got both Gallagher and Shrey. And as you all know, I continue on my quest to fully complete Swarm Disaster, so I got cheat a total of 10 times in Simulated Universe Swarm Disaster. And then to update you on that, it's this one, I believe. So it does look like it's fully done, but when you go there, I still have not been able to get through the Path of Propagation at level 5. So I still need to complete that. And then, I've got full max on 3 of the paths, and I still have 4 more paths to go. So we're not quite done yet, as shown by that percentage, but we are getting there slowly. And then we did Divergent Universe. Sorry if I'm like all over the place. I had sugar right before I did this stream, and that is gonna make me, it's not really hyper, but I'm gonna be very scatterbrained. We got Synchronicity level 19, and I've gotten like the base stuff done, like the stuff that gives you rewards. I've gotten all of those for all of these, but as you can see, I still have tons of ones that I have not encountered yet. But we are working our way through it. And then these as well. What is this for, by the way? I did not actually pay attention to what these points give you. Do they just give you this? Is that what the points are for? Is they just give you your levels and then you get stuff from the levels? Oh yeah, by the way, in the latest update they added like a ton more levels to this for rewards, so as you can see, I did max this out. I'm just skipping the coins because I'm maxed out on the coins and I don't use them currently. And then lots of operational records of different stuff I've encountered in game. I like to wait and read all of this at once so that I can just sit and read all the lore together. For those of you back from my first streams, I was putting all the lore in streams, but most people don't want to sit there and listen to me read paragraphs and paragraphs of lore, so... Oh, there was a, speaking of which, so there was a rumor, speaking of lore, there was a rumor going around that Dr. Ratio might be a morning actor, especially, and I thought it might be plausible because of the fact that he wears the alabaster head as a kind of like mask, because each of the different actors each has a mask of some form. But I got a loading screen that introduced a entity group, and then here's where I am on circuits. Yeah, so there's that. It introduced an entity group. Let me see, how do I get to the archives of like missions, navigation, accounts, databank maybe? Eons, characters, terms, factions? Yes, this is the one I found. So I found a a loading screen that talked about the Doctors of Chaos. And obviously Dr. Ratio Doctor. So this, I wonder if that might be similar. So, let's see. It had a particular quote. Oh, the quote's not on here. It's not on this one, but it was like the quote, because this is pertaining to Nihility itself. But the loading screen had the Doctors of Chaos, and it sounded exactly like a creed that Dr. Ratio would abide by, because it had to do with the fact that oh, I'm missing one. Interesting. But yeah, so I think my current running theory is that Dr. Ratio is actually a Doctor of Chaos. So that's the theory I would like to put forward. And I think that's about it on updates. I continue to try and, what do you sell? Okay, so you can just buy food from her. Buffs. Okay. Oh my gosh, I hate these things. Can I angle properly to hit them? It just goes around them. There we go. Now they finally stop bouncing around. Anyway, but yeah, so those were the two things I wanted to cover. As I said, I'm gonna be a bit scatterbrained today. I apologize. It's been a hot minute since I've had sour Skittles, and I just really wanted to try them again, and I am very disappointed because the Skittles do not taste nearly as good as I used to remember them tasting. Okay, so back to what was happening.
Gather, there is always an undercurrent beneath the surface.
So, as a reminder of what we were doing. So we were doing the main story quest, and we are Jiao Chao right now, and we have been kidnapped by the Borisin, who are pretending to be Foxian so that they can run around the Xianzhou La Fu undetected, right? Now, this is Hule, who's the big bad wolf, and this is Moktok, who broke him out of the prison, the shackling prison. Now, they are letting me leave for some reason, to, like, scout, and for some reason, I am allowed to ask for help, because Hule is 100% convinced that we will come back to him. I do not understand why we could not just go to, quite literally just go to any of the government offices and ask for help. But
I can't believe he actually let me go. What game is he playing? Perhaps I can try to warn the Cloud Knights. No. Perhaps I can just escape.
a Foxian with a cold expression gazes at Jiao Chao. There is a sharp pressure to the gaze, carrying as if a warning to the healer that says, "Every clever little thought you bear might lead to severe consequences you will come to regret."
Just as I suspected. He's testing me. The Cloud Knights must have been aware of the situation inside the shackling prison for some time. Will General Fei Shao personally lead a squad to capture Hule? For now, I'll do as he asked.
Anyway, so I guess the reason why we're not gonna go seek help is because of the fact that we're being watched by the Borisan pretending to be Foxians. Cause like obviously right here, Foxian. The Scarskiff pilot is just an ordinary but hardworking individual who ferries people from place to place every day. Understand if you thoughtless ask him for aid. I guess that was supposed to be thoughtlessly. You will reap severe repercussions regardless if the outcome is a success or failure. Remember, be mindful of your words and actions.
Would you like to board my star skiff?
You keenly notice that the Foxian passenger near the Starship pilot is looking you up and down. How many passengers can you accommodate?
Well, my little star skiff can't accommodate that many. But I have a larger one that will arrive in less than 15 minutes if you need it. So, where would you like to go? We need to hurry wherever we're going. The war dance is about to start. The Skyfaring Commission is prioritizing star skiffs heading to the Sky Splitter.
Interesting that this one's red. Have the Cloud Knights closed the ports? I'm a little concerned about what will happen to this poor man if we... Well, he is a Vidyahara, so even if he dies, he can be resurrected. Is that a terrible thought? It is probably a terrible thought.
Close the ports? Why would they do that?
Like, this man is literally too close. Like, it's one person away. It would probably be a bad idea to involve that man. So is this above the shackling prison? Now that... Because I feel like I noticed when I was in the shackling prison, I was thinking about this particular square being like, oh, if you look up... I was wondering if this was this glass ceiling. Like, literally, why can't I just go in here and be like, hey, you all are probably looking for me. So this is the smuggler guy. The Realm Keeping Commission orderly is not accustomed to handling emergencies like this one. Understand, if you thoughtlessly ask him for aid, you will reap severe repercussions, regardless if the outcome is a success or failure. Remember, be mindful of your words and actions.
But the Realm Keeping Commission Chancery is currently closed. All the officers and officials have been reassigned to assist in the war dance.
You can sense something staring at you from not far away. This Foxian here, I imagine.
Hey, although we're short-staffed at the moment, if there's anything I can do to help, please feel free to ask me.
I feel like half the battle is just letting people know I've been here. Oh, here's the fake Jing Yuan guy. I don't want anything bad to happen to Jiao Chao, so I'm like not... Oh, I don't want to trigger that. I want to talk to the Cloud Knight officer first. Is there another way to get up there? I feel like there should be another way to get up there. Because I want to talk to this Cloud Knight. Okay, it's not going to let me. Nothing seems out of the ordinary in the harbor. You're filled with anxiety. The Cloud Knight soldier on duty here is alone and without reinforcements. Understand. Da-da-da-da-da. Remember, be mindful of your words and actions.
I noticed you'd been looking at me for quite a while. Do you need my help?
You can sense someone staring at you from not far away, so this Foxian.
Understood. Please.
Are they not... These people should all have a bolo out for my character by now. Why were they keeping it under wraps that I was kidnapped? Well, I guess technically they said that they weren't gonna let anyone know. Ugh.
Stop asking. I'm off duty now. Go bother someone else.
You sniff a familiar scent on this Foxian pilot.
You're not one of us, but I smell a familiar scent on you.
The warhead sent me here to check on the situation.
Not yet. There's no way for this tiny ship to escape from the Cienjo. Only the starships at Stargazer Navalia can break through the Jade Gate. Moktok said there would be insiders to pick us up, but I haven't heard anything yet.
The ports haven't been closed? What is going on? Stalling won't help. It's time to confront Hule and see what tricks he's up to.
Literally, I know that these people it wouldn't matter because everybody here is very squishy in comparison to Hule. Like, at this point I would literally just steal a star skiff and, like, flee on my own. Because me being a hostage for Hule is, like, the worst possible outcome for the people in charge that are trying to take him out, you know? So, like, staying within his grasp is, like, such a bad decision.
You're back, Jiao Cho.
You were closely watching me, weren't you? And if I sought help from anyone, your people would kill them. Was that your plan, Hule?
Oh, exactly as you said. So, have the Cloud Knights closed the ports? They don't want to publicize my escape. I understand. It's no surprise, for fear is more deadly than claws and fangs. Especially during a festive time like the war dance. What lurks here is not a group of fugitives, but rather a pack of wolves amidst the flock. My cubs are hungry, ready to feast on flesh and blood, reveling in your fear. Your calm facade will soon crumble. I can tear through it and expose your pathetic bones anytime. There's no escape from me, Jiao Cho.
Yeah, you're also squishier right now, so...
Of course. You can try your luck and believe that your wits will save you. But remember, you're not the only hostage in this city. If you try anything funny, innocent people will die because of you.
This is such a, like, traditional tactic of violent people being like, oh, we're gonna use your guilt and conscience to be, like, the thing that keeps you docile, when, like, obviously it's not actually you that is causing the harm. Even if, like, a person is like, oh, if you do this, I'm gonna do this to someone else, it's still the other person that is causing harm, and they're just using your fear of hurting others against you.
Now, let's talk about the Foxian general you serve. Moktok says she's here for me, which means she'll be hunting me herself. Before the hunt begins, I need to know my opponent. You can refuse and play tough, Or you can cooperate and save us both some time, healer.
We're gonna go full Fox. We're gonna be so weak and pathetic. The tall man stretches out a finger and touches your shoulder blade with a movement so fast it's not visible. It's as if a dagger has cut away a piece of flesh and the pain pierces down to the bone. You can barely stand.
Good. At least you didn't try to draw attention with a scream. That way no one will die in vain.
Fine. I'll tell you what you want to know about her. But I expect something in return.
What makes you think you're still in a position to negotiate with me?
You can torture me until I talk. Or let's save us both some time. Warhead. Here's the question that's been bothering me. How have you managed to survive and endure centuries?
Ooh, sorry.
So, is that why the Shenjiao Yao Qing wanted to take me away? Oh, to some, I'm a hostage. But to others, I hold the secrets they desire.
Sorry, he was taking so long to talk. Okay, we'll try this again.
Here's the question that's been bothering me. How have you managed to survive and endure centuries of torture? Borison aren't supposed to live that long. Or possess such regenerative abilities.
Sorry, he's gasping in pain, but he's so slow. Oh yeah, didn't he say... So, like, they stated that the reason why that Hule was even put on the Luofu was because people wanted to experiment on... Ooh, pardon me. People wanted to experiment on him to figure out his abilities. And then so that's something the original, back when Hule was originally defeated, back when Jing Yuan was young, right? And then Zhao Chao is trying to find something to cure the general, his general, which name escapes me right this second. The Verdant or Emerald Claw or whatever it was. And so he was one of those people hoping to experiment on Hule to be able to get a cure for her. So interesting. I just remembered that, so we'll see how that happens. Ooh, are we getting a
I still
cutscene?
remember, in the early years of my captivity, the Foxians came and went. They extracted my blood and marrow, trying to unravel the mystery of moon rage. They wanted to conquer their fear of the Borison and free themselves from their bloodline. Unfortunately, they failed to uncover the secret. So, they resorted to the most brutal punishments they could imagine. Some seek power to destroy their enemies, while others seek power to become their enemies. Which one are you, Jiao Zhou? Ah, I see. You're the most pitiful of them all, healer of the Yao Qing. You seek power to share it with others and do good. Well, then let me tell you the answer you seek. In our ancient legends, Duran, the ancestor of the Borison, was dissatisfied with his limited lifespan and power. He yearned to dominate the skies and become the master of all the stars. To achieve his goal, he sacrificed the lives of countless Borisin and Foxians, pouring them into the spring bestowed by the Master of Immortality. Through a form of genetic sorcery, the water gave birth to a miracle. The lunar embryo. Duran ascended the birthing bed and obtained what he desired. A heart in the shape of a deep red full moon. He cut open his chest and replaced his original heart with this crimson moon.
That seems very similar to the Mecha Borison's design. It has that, like, crimson orb in the middle. How typical, another Borison myth.
Laugh all you want, but only I know the truth behind every word. This moon heart beats within the body of every generation of the Borison warhead. In the ritual that decides the new warhead, the successor cuts open the previous warhead's chest and consumes the divine heart, thus possessing it as their own. Devouring is the true essence of life, allowing us to endure and thrive. It gathers the life essence of all the prey we consume, making us stronger and stronger.
That sounds very much like an egg that's waiting to hatch. I'm a little concerned about that. Because, like, if devouring is the true essence of life, right? Also, I need to look up something. That also reminds me of that one, the Eon of, it's not gluttony, but it's like veracity. There we go. She has a lot of, red orb designs in her picture, I think. But yeah, no, if devouring is the true essence of life, and the heart essentially is like the power source, it kind of sounds like a Dantan almost. Dantan? Chinese, like, power source kind of thing. And it gathers up the life essence and makes you stronger and stronger, and then you consume it and put it in your body. You get those powers, but it also absorbs your own, and it just, you know, keeps passing down. That really does sound like something that's an egg being incubated. A little concerned about that.
I thought all hope was lost after 7 centuries of torment. But now, this heart is beating once again. All right. Now it's your turn to tell me everything about the Merlin's Claw.
Jiao Cho, I found you.
Moza! Thank you for tracking us down. 2 hours.
I know I'm in no position to question your orders, but if I understand correctly, you already have intelligence about the Borison?
That's right. My people are busy collecting clues now. What's the situation, Wadza?
General, before we completely lost contact with Jiao Cho, I picked up a signal from his Jade Abacus. It won't take long before we locate their whereabouts.
If that's the case, shouldn't we immediately go there and join forces to eliminate the Borison? Why are we returning to Stargazer Navalia?
Looks like your general has only taught you swordplay, not the art of the hunt. There's an old saying among the Borison. In the forest, the hunter may easily become the hunted. While we may call ourselves the hunters now, chasing them blindly will only make us become the prey.
Are you joking, General? He's just a wolf who's been imprisoned for 7 centuries. Even with his accomplices, they're no match for us numerous Lawfu Cloud Knights. How could he consider us his prey?
Do not underestimate the enemy. Hule is not an ordinary Borison that can be easily killed. The advantage in numbers means nothing when we face that monster. A vicious beast who hasn't tasted blood and flesh in 7 centuries is now lurking on the streets of the Luofu right before the war dance. This is what makes the situation treacherous and unpredictable.
To him, the lives of ordinary people are just meat, ready to be devoured at any moment.
Exactly. That is why we must succeed in our first strike, or the situation will spiral out of control. You've heard of this military tactic, right? When you surround your enemy, leave one side open for them to escape. A skilled hunter must be well prepared, waiting for the prey at the most advantageous position. What would we do if we were the escapees from the shackling prison? While we can disguise ourselves and blend in with the crowd, we don't plan on staying here for long. In this case, what do we need most now?
A star skiff to get us out of the Luofu. The Borison we discovered at Stargazer Navalia were actually preparing a vessel for their escape.
We predict their next move, and we take them down. Let's start from where you found those Borison and corner our prey.
Okay, let me see if I can... Eons? Where's the veracity? Oh, it doesn't show me a photo. I know what will show me a photo, though. Simulated universe. This one. There she is. I like that she was immediately the one that appeared. Okay, I thought she had more orbs in her design. Interesting. Am I missing an Eon? How interesting. But yeah, so like all of these Eons have been something we've encountered within the story. Pretty in order of them being on here. So we have Shipe and Inna, the order that were in the last section with Penacony. So the fact that Ho and Ouroboros are next in line probably gives a pretty good setup that these two will be the next ones we're introduced to in some kind of way. But the way that he talks about the devouring of life is very Ouroboros-like. We'll see, though. Anyway, let us continue hunting the Borison.
This is where we ran into the Borison last time. It looks the same as usual.
Because I blocked all the relevant news to make it seem as if nothing had happened. Losing contact with their accomplices preparing the Star Skiff will surely put them on guard. However, the more well-prepared a plan is, the longer it takes to adjust when it's disrupted. If any Borison wants to stick to the original plan despite the risks, they'll surely come back to Stargazer Navalia to check the situation.
Are you suggesting that there are Borison here at Stargazer Navalia right now?
This is an automated area, so don't you think that there are a bit too many people here today? First, look at those 2 Skyfaring Commission staff members. They've been observing us in secret since we arrived here. Then there's a Cloud Knight soldier over there. Perhaps he's here for patrol, but each patrol team must consist of 2 members. And obviously, he is not following the rules. Lastly, there's that craftsman wearing Artisanship Commission clothing. He's unusually focused on checking that device. If you have a target in mind, let's go investigate.
We can, not be interacting with that thing. I feel like out of these three, the well, oops. You were there when we got the oh my god, just zipped past. Is usually used to deliver goods, but it will sometimes carry special people and appear along with special events.
Hey, you there! Please refrain from wandering around Stargazer Navalia if you're not... Oh, it's you, Lieutenant Yenji. I'm an official staff member assigned to investigate a peculiar issue.
A peculiar issue?
Yeah, we've had some unscheduled star skiffs being constructed at this dock in Stargazer Navalia. Could there have been an error in the production planning for the assembly line? This is just weird. I thought all the pending star skiffs from before the war dance had been scheduled already. I'm sorry, but I need to focus on my work right now. If you have any questions, we can discuss them later.
Who are you? Don't you know that Stargazer Navalia is on lockdown now?
Hey, chill out. They're just a few lost tourists.
But Stargazer Navalia is the shipbuilding port of the Cienjo Lafu. If the Skyfaring Commission called for a lockdown, there should be official documents proving it, right?
Official documents? Of course there are. The Cloud Knights are aware that some people have infiltrated this port.
That makes perfect sense. So you're now investigating the Borison?
Yeah, we've received orders from the higher-ups, so we've blocked off this area to prevent any interference with our inspection. Thank you for your understanding.
Lieutenant Yenxing and General Feixiao?
You're aware of the Borison prison break, right?
Yeah, I've received the news, and I'll be on the alert.
Looks like you've been keeping an eye on the Sky Splitter. Have you noticed anything unusual?
No, everything is normal on the ship. Nothing out of the ordinary.
You've been observing the Sky Splitter for a while. Have you noticed anything?
Honestly, just watching the ship from here isn't too thrilling. I wish I could go on board and witness Lieutenant Yenxing's contests. Speaking of which, Lieutenant Yenxing, aren't you supposed to be on the Sky Splitter? Is it alright for you to be here instead?
Thank you for your concern, but I have more pressing matters to attend to.
This is not a location for a Cloud Knight on guard duty, is it?
Well, this spot offers a great view. Are you here?
Yes.
So, it seems that some Borison have returned to Stargazer Navalia in disguise. The answer seems quite obvious.
Oh my gosh. The craftsmen. Or the staff members, because the Cloud Knights, it makes sense that they know, and then this one actually sounds logical.
That's my suspicion as well.
Remember when I mentioned that the Cloud Knights blocked all relevant news to make it seem as if nothing happened? Stargazer Navalia is not under attack.
Oh my goodness.
But on the contrary, those staff members use Stargazer Navalia is on lockdown as an excuse to persuade us to leave. This contradicts the Cloud Knights' plans.
Their flimsy disguise has been exposed. Even if they try to hide, there's no way they can escape us.
Why are you still here? As I said, Stargazer Navalia is on lockdown now.
No, I never issued such an order.
Who are you?
Perhaps you haven't met me on the battlefield, but I am certain you've heard my name. Now, I'm asking you a question, so answer me. Tell me, how many more of your comrades are here? Where were you planning to meet Hule?
This woman, she's the general of the Yaoxing. What are you still waiting for? Attack her!
Watch your head.
Sorry, my freaking allergies have just skyrocketed.
Show no mercy.
Dreams do come true. Spend freely.
Conflict is pitiless.
No dirty tricks, Albright.
I apologize.
The dead return!
Let the show begin! Let's improvise.
Here, there's thunder.
Watch your head. Dreams do come true. Bust. Or maybe I'll take it all. Let the show begin.
Conflict is pitiless.
Run! Tell Lord Moktok about this!
Ooh. I'm sure he'll lead us.
Why don't you kill me?
Because I need answers.
You were our war slave, so you should know us descendants of Duran. You want me to talk? Fine. Try whatever you want, but I assure you, you won't get anything from me. Only fangs and blood.
If I were to do that, I wouldn't be any different from you. I am the arrow that pierces the wolf's heart. I grant you a swift death.
That's exactly what I desire. Wolves that leave the pack are prepared for the fate of never returning home. But sadly, you didn't catch my partner. He will alert them.
Before you close your eyes, you should know that I allowed him to escape. Because he will lead the Cloud Knights to Hule's hideout.
Is this how you leave one side open? You let that Borison escape so you could track him?
This is the most common hunting tactic used by Borison. I know the methods of these abominations all too well. They always leave an escape route for their prey, allowing them to flee in fear. Then, they chase them like it's a game. Borison get great satisfaction from the last struggles of their victims.
Have you witnessed these things firsthand? That guy called you a war slave. What exactly have you experienced?
Well, just a hazy past that I can barely recollect. Long ago.
Oh.
Not all Foxians are lucky enough to be born on a Xianzhou ship. I grew up in one of the worlds where Borison roam, known as the Fallen Territories by the people of the Yaoqing. To the Wolf Masters, Foxians are nothing but property. cannon fodder used to slow down the Xianzhou attacks on the battlefield.
But you survived. And not only that, you became the general of the Yao Cheng. If I get the chance, I'd love to hear stories of your past, General.
Speaking of stories, you've reminded me that now is not the time for them. Waza, we've sent the warning from Stargazer Navalia. What's the situation on your end?
I've found them. Zhao Cho is trying to stall Hule, and he signaled me to not reveal myself.
Trust his judgment and keep watching. We'll be right there.
I believe the warning we sent will stop Hule from attacking Stargazer Navalia. What will he do next?
The hunt is not over yet. Stay safe, Zhao Cho.
1 hour before the war dance.
Please, save me. I want to live. Doctor.
Zhao Cho, find a medical ingenium and give that kid a shot. Hurry!
I see. How is the front line?
The Borisan beast chips have already landed on the Fenghu. It won't be long before this place is overrun as well.
What about General Yueyu? Any news from her? I'm her healer. I should stay by her side at a time like this.
She asked me to tell you that she's not coming back. She must protect the Cloud Pier telescope. General asks you to save that kid. The girl fought desperately just to bring us all back here alive. I've never seen such a brutal fighting style. Her body, it's like she was split open. Just like...
Her blood pressure is dropping. Do you hear me, Zhao Cho?
Loud and clear. Get me some tumble dust. We've got to start the operation right now. I will bring her back.
Is that why you're so determined to learn my secrets? Do you hear me, Zhao Cho?
I do. Loud and clear.
So she saved you all in that great battle on the Xianzhou Fenghu 3 decades ago. But to your surprise, you discovered her Borisan bloodline while she was at death's door. Moktok told me that she was a war slave who escaped from the Eclipse Pack. Oh, what a twist of fate. Turns out, she's from the same clan as I am.
If she's a Borisan, and he just explained that his heart is the thing that allows him to be okay from the moon rage and stay alive. And if they're from the same clan, showing that she also inherited that bloodline, isn't the big suggestion at the end that she should eat Hule's heart so that she'll be cured?
Now I understand. No wonder she displayed such astounding power, determination, and cruelty in battle. Turns out it's all because of her Borisan bloodline. Mutt. Despicable Mutt.
And she used the gift of her bloodline to destroy the Borisan. Moon rage, a blessing for wolves, and a curse for foxes. For Borisan, to have their bodies torn apart by moon rage and transform into a beast is the ultimate joy. But for you Foxians with poor regenerative abilities, it means certain death. With the burning fury in her heart, that Foxian general will eventually lose her sanity and indulge in endless bloodshed. The scars on her body will not be caused by enemy weapons, but by the immense power she can't withstand. One day, she will be torn apart and die as a monster. And in return for saving her life, you intend to give everything to solve this impossible puzzle.
Hule. Do you know the saddest thing about being a healer? All this time, I've devoted my life to bringing back those who sacrificed their lives to monsters like you. I exhausted myself, and my hands trembled. But I believed everything I did was meaningful. But once again, they rushed into battle. And then I heard of their deaths. They died under your claws, in your jaws, amidst the flames of crashing star skiffs, and under the Lux arrow of Rainbow. Like a useless idiot, I saved a fish named Life out of the cauldron called Death, only to watch it struggle, dive back into the boiling broth. So I asked myself, why were they so eager to run toward their death after they had recovered from their wounds? Why wouldn't they value their hard-won life? All the doubts left me feeling lost.
I can smell your desperation, all the way down to your bone marrow.
Eventually, I realized that their deaths held value. They placed the weight of their sacrifice on the living, granting us strength. With a coin forged by their deaths, they exchanged something more in return. Everything I'm doing now, following you so closely, is just for one reason. Witnessing your death with my own two eyes. Even your death has value. It will pave the way for a peaceful war dance and a fully cured Feishao.
I don't know if we should be telling him this to his face.
The thoughts in your pathetic head are hardly surprising.
Did you already know this?
Yes, I did. As Borisin, we understand the value of death more than anyone. And as a healer who has witnessed so much death, you won't be swayed by fear. Oh, what a shame, what a shame. Your story actually sparked a trace of respect for you in my heart.
Can you even feel respect with your corrupted heart?
Of course. Because I caught a whiff of my own kind in you. Unfortunately, in the end, you're still just a weak fox, as the wolf's creed goes. Gift the wolf a dead end, where new paths arise. Raise him to a doomed fate, where satiation lies. The cowards in forgotten corners meet their unworthy demise. Yet the valorous in brutal battles embrace their eternal prize. That's why I'm keeping you alive for now. I want to show you how Borisin truly respect their enemies. We will consume your flesh and blood, nourishing our own. We will crush your hopes and dreams, clearing a path for a hunt. Your feeble souls will witness a new future. A future that belongs to me.
My lord, We received a message. Our arrangement at Stargazer Navalia has been discovered. We must act quickly.
That doesn't surprise me at all. Mock Talk. What's that noise?
It's the Sky Splitter. The ship that the Wardens will be held on is about to set off. The Skyfaring Commission will clear the air routes. And if our star skiffs try to escape, we'll be spotted.
Calm down, Mock Talk. Look at you now, hiding and fearful. Where is your Borisan dignity?
As I said, I'd sacrifice my dignity for your return. As long as you can come back to the Borisan Pax, there's still hope. Hope?
The Borisan have forgotten the Wolf's creed. Weak creatures put their hope in the strong, but the strong fight their way out. Bringing me back instead of choosing a new master only proves the decline of our pack. And as for the prophet who manipulated you into saving me, she's just a liar, trying to use Duran's offspring. Mock Talk. Let me tell you how the Borisan will rise to power. We won't hide like rats in the streets of the Xiangzhou. We will be ravenous wolves, walking amongst a herd of lambs with our fangs bared.
But Great Warhead, our packs are not here. We can't go to war like this.
Our packs are not here. Wherever I go, everyone is the pack.
Stay away. Just don't come any closer. No!
Mock Talk. We're the apex predators at the top of the hierarchy. As wolves, we create fear. We don't become servants to it. If you're blind to the path, I will be the crimson moon that lights the way for you.
So they can turn Foxians, like, I know they share a bloodline, but I guess they can turn Foxians into, like, crazed Borisans? Ooh, I'm very concerned for Jiao Chao now.
Share my crimson blood with our brethren. Use it to infect those Foxians and strike fear into their hearts. Now, you devious monkey, come out and face me.
Jiao Chao. Moza. Run.
No, he can't run, and neither can you. You've come at the right time, monkey of the Yaoqing. Tell her
Oh, sorry.
that I will unleash
Sorry. Monkey the Yaoqing, tell your general.
a massacre here, drowning the Xianzhou Lafu in blood. From this moment on, wolves bearing my blood will hunt on every street, feasting on the followers of that devilish archer.
Do they believe in a different form of the hunt? They keep speaking about Duran, but they keep talking about the hunt, the hunt. So it's interesting that they don't believe in the eon of the hunt, but a different path of the hunt, I guess.
Follow me, my cubs. We shall stride among the prey. Give the wolf a dead end when new paths arise. Raise him to a doomed fate where satiation lies. The cowards in forgotten corners meet their unworthy demise. Yet the valorous, in brutal battles, embrace their eternal prize.
Is he gonna steal the ward?
Hear that? The rumble of the cannons. It brings back all the memories of past battles within me.
Anyway, are they gonna steal the war dance ship to try and escape on it?
My return will bring back the Wolf's Creed. In my own way, I shall save our weakened pack and restore it to its former glory.
Oh, we're in March's point of view now. The war dance is about to begin.
The Sky Splitter's gun salute is really loud. So this is what the war dance is actually like? I feel like my eardrums are going to burst.
Well, how could they expect to attract people to come and watch if they didn't make a huge spectacle? March, you haven't forgotten what you came to do, have you?
As a representative of the Xianzhou Lafu, I will defeat all challengers.
That's the spirit. Sounds like you're all fired up. If you could just keep your legs from shaking so much, it would be more convincing, March. As the saying goes, the disciple takes the toil of their master. Remember, you are here under the identity of a Lafu swordmaster, taking the place of your no-good master Yenqing as the ringmaster.
But what am I supposed to do if my opponent for this round is super talented and just wipes the floor with me in seconds? I'm still a beginner in swordplay. I don't know where I got the confidence when I agreed to help General Huaiyan.
Come on, there's no need to worry about that. If you are defeated, then your opponent shall have to answer to me. Although, if that happens, the honor and the glory of the Xianzhou Lafu shall all be taken by the Juming.
Master Yun Li, please, I'm about to compete. Can you say something that will give me a little confidence?
March, think about the great storms that you, nameless of the Express, have weathered along your many journeys. There's no doubt that you have faced far more terrifying enemies than your opponents here today, right? Don't you feel a lot more relaxed looking at it that way?
I've trained hard in the art of swordplay over these few days. It's time for me to get in the ring and prove myself. Let's go! Master Yun Li, I don't think I'm completely ready.
March, there is no such thing as completely ready.
Miss Yun Li, Miss March, this way, please. I was informed of your arrival by Madame Yukong and came to greet you personally. The news that you will be the ringmaster in place of Lieutenant Yanqing has been made public, Miss March. Just now, as I passed the contestants' hall, I overheard them all discussing this news. The most common question I heard was, who is March 7th? If they ask you this, how will you introduce yourself? Do you have something prepared?
Losers have no right to ask my name.
Losers have no right to know my great name.
Is this some kind of villain entrance line?
Maybe.
I see you are both quite relaxed. Impressive, given the imminent danger you face. Miss Yun Li's contestant information was registered for the war dance a long time ago. However, as a last-minute entry, the Skyfaring Commission has taken care of the necessary procedures for you, Miss March 7th. Please, follow this path. The contestant hall is just up ahead.
Thank you, Miss Shikwe.
Is that how you say her name? Shikwe. Okay.
Come, let's take a look around the contestant hall.
Is that the Soul Glad sound? Where is that? I swear that was the Soul Glad noise.
So, this is the contestant hall. Oh, there are so many people. March, before the war dance begins, allow me to give you one more lesson. My grandfather always told me that a weapon mimics its master. That means that a person's weapon will reflect their habits and personality. You've seen me wield old metal before, haven't you? Tell me, what did you observe from that? Waving around such a giant weapon, Master Yun Li favors using overwhelming force over strategy. You're not wrong. My battle style has always been simple and effective. One cut, and it's over. Observing the weapon that your opponent uses, assessing what kind of battle skills they excel at, and where their weaknesses lie, is the key to victory in battle. A shockingly heavy sword like mine, for example, is obviously not suited for a long, drawn-out battle. So, it would be best to find a way to drag the battle out. Why would you tell me your weakness? That's the only way to ensure that we have a fair fight, don't you think? I don't want to see you go and lose to someone else, after all. Now is a perfect opportunity to learn how to evaluate your opponents. Let's use the people here in the contestants' hall to practice. If you know yourself and know your enemy, you will not lose in 100 battles. Know myself and know the enemy. Let's see, who should I ask first?
Okay. I hear another box. Where is it? There it is. Okay.
Wonder how much mung bean soda we can buy with this.
Ugh. I am not used to wearing clothes like this at all. Oh! You're March 7th. The stand-in for Lieutenant Yunqing, correct?
That's right. And you are?
As you can see, I am the journalist entrusted with interviewing contestants on site.
I see the Skyfaring Commission has really gone all out as the host. Interesting.
That's right. A big event like this just can't go ahead without a few of us running around. Since the competition is getting started, could I ask you some questions that are on my mind? Oh, great! First, the question that is on everyone's minds. Lieutenant Yunqing is not appearing in today's war dance. This is just gossip from unreliable sources, but I hear that Lieutenant Yunqing is seriously injured. Is this true?
No. You yourself just said it was gossip.
My apologies. This was very unprofessional of me. I see that Lieutenant Yunqing has his own affairs to tend to. Then, let us look forward to seeing a valiant performance from you, Miss March. Once the war dance begins, you will be challenged by master swordsmen from many different worlds, Miss March 7th. Are there any that you're looking forward to facing in particular?
No, yes.
May I ask who that might be?
Sushang is the only person I know out of this.
Sushang? Who is that? I feel like that's a name I've seen a lot online recently. Thank you very much for accepting my interview. Much appreciated.
Okay. One down.
I came here because I wanted to meet the great Lieutenant Yanqing I've heard so much about, and finally cross blades with him myself. Who would have imagined that he would take a disciple and have her be the ringmaster in his place? This is no more than running away from a fight, and is a great dishonor to the Yaoqing. This last-minute replacement, March 7th. Who exactly is she?
Hello, 'tis me.
That's right. I'm the March 7th that everyone's been talking about.
What? You're March 7th?
Don't worry. I'm a newbie swordmaster who's only been practicing the art of swordplay for half a month.
March 7th. Standing before you is a seasoned Cloud Knight who has practiced swordsmanship for over 200 years.
Tricking the opponent into underestimating me is a valid tactic too, right?
Love that for you, March 7th, truly.
Was there something you wanted to ask me? Ah, yes. Yeah, this is just a regular Cloud Knight Devastator glaive. Oh, I understand what's going on, Miss March 7th and Miss Yun Li. I'm actually not a contestant. I'm just here as a security guard. Nothing out of the ordinary. I guess you could say it's all fair winds and calm wolves. Another awkward pause. I know it. Did you get it? Wolves sounds like waves. It's a funny pun.
Oh god, don't explain it. You're making it worse.
He's actually explaining his joke.
He's trying.
Making things awkward really is my weakness.
I love him. Please, I need him as a playable character immediately.
There are still many guests arriving here. Please be cautious.
Understood.
The first round of the war dance is about to begin. Are you feeling okay, March?
Yep. Totally.
Me? I'm fine. As soon as I saw all these people gathered here, I suddenly felt weirdly relaxed.
Just make sure to maintain this composure when you go in the ring.
I understand why you wanted me to know myself and know my enemy. I don't feel as nervous as I did before.
So, do you want to go out and see the ring? Very well. Go and get your intel.
Maybe it's because she spends so much time with Kalis that March 7th has the urge to interrogate the bench. But March 7th isn't Kalis, and her mental condition isn't that bad. If there's anything you want to ask, hurry up, or March 7th's rationality will come back. The bench remains silent, having witnessed the presence of many a formidable figure, including the once renowned sword champion of the Luofu. The bench gazes as March 7th passed, leaving behind a drop of sweat.
That's enough knowing the enemy for now. Come on. I want to see what the ring looks like.
I love that. Who else? Oh, the little baby. Diting.
You're even asking dating?
It's saying, I am not a contestant. Got it.
Well, looks like she's done with her questions. That's enough knowing the enemy for now. Come on. I want to see what the ring looks like.
The game's like, let's move along now. Alright. Oh my god, it's like a distorted version of Soul Glad. Is that coming from here?
Wonder how much mung bean soda we can buy. If we walk through here, we'll be able to see the War Dance's official venue. Wow, so this is what it's like from the spectator seats? Look over there. That's the ring we'll be standing on. Master Yunli, I'm getting nervous again. Can I really do this? Well, it's too late for nerves now. It's almost time. Almost time for what?
For the competition to begin, I assume.
As soon as I think about the mission General Huayan gave me, my heart starts racing like crazy. What do I do, Master Yunli? It's when it stops beating that we need to worry. Just take in the atmosphere and prepare yourself. I have to leave for a moment and do some inspections around the ship. This was also part of Grandpa's orders. I wonder how Master Yanqing is doing over there. Hey, focus.
General, report! The teams are in position, and the Skyfaring Commission has taken control of the Starskiff lanes.
Activate all cranes and have them scan everyone coming in and out of the port. Remain vigilant at all times. Any suspicious movements must be suppressed as quickly as possible before the situation gets out of hand.
Yes, General.
You two, follow me. What's signals nearby, but we lost contact just a moment ago.
Could that mean...
He will be fine. Cloud Knights, search for the target.
Can I ask the people I talked to now? Moza?
All of you, get out of my way.
Wait. Don't go any closer.
General, I failed you. That mad dog left me here as...
A declaration of war.
That's right. I've been holding back the urge to slit his throat all this time. Well, Lord Hule ordered us to remain here, just to see. If you, the great Merlin's Claw, mortal enemy of the Borisin, are able to join him in a little hunting game.
Hunting is not a game. It is a battle of life and death. Are you ready for your death, Abomination?
Die, you lovely beast! Die!
Save your breath.
No dirty tricks.
The dead return!
Let's improvise. It's on me.
Here, this thunder!
Or maybe I'll take it off. Watch your head.
Wowza. Are you okay?
I wasn't able to save Jiao Chou. Hule was more cunning and powerful than I imagined.
Tell me, how is he planning to declare this war against me? What on...
Hule is planning on attacking the bustling streets of the Xianzhou Luofu.
Ooh, we lost it. How, was a one-on-one duel or with a hostage exchange, maybe?
What did you just say?
Impossible. Even if there are still undercover Borisin that we haven't sniffed out, Hule can't have more than a few dozen people. How is he planning on simultaneously attacking the streets of the Xianzhou Luofu?
Infecting the Foxians.
He has an ace up his sleeve. Hule's body holds a plague mark passed down through generations of Borisin. I've seen him convert a Foxian to a Borisin wolf trooper with my own eyes. This is Hule's declaration of war. His blood. It can cause Foxians to rapidly transform and lose their minds. He has passed his blood to his minions, and is planning to spread it across the Luofu and stir up panic.
The Foxians need to get out.
Contact the Skyfaring Commission and the Cloud Knights right away. Have them enforce a traffic ban and order all Foxians to remain indoors until further notice.
The moment you see your enemy's declaration of war, it means that they have already begun to take action.
But if Hule succeeds in getting this panic to spread...
Do you remember what I told you before? Hunting is about thinking the same way as your prey, not just mindlessly chasing after them. What Hule wants is to see everyone on the Luofu descend into panic. He wants to see us lose our minds and waste our limited manpower scouring every inch of the Luofu for signs of an attack until we exhaust ourselves. It's like that party game that the people of the Yaoqing love to play. They hide an object under one of several bowls, then move the bowls around and have you guess which one the object is underneath. The way I see it, this is all nothing more than misdirection. No matter what Hule does, there is one truth that cannot be changed. He is trapped aboard the Xianzhou Luofu. The only way for him to escape is to find a ship.
That's why I think he's gonna go on the war dance ship, right?
Right now, the only ship he'd be able to see is the Sky Splitter.
In his eyes, that ship is full of countless hostages. That would be the best place for him to go. So, that will also be our final battlefield.
But if we're wrong about this, if he goes somewhere else, or if he does as he said he would, and his minions infect the Foxians everywhere with wolf blood, what do we do then? Are we just supposed to abandon those less likely locations?
This is another lesson that you must learn outside of swordplay. Weighing your options and making a decision. There are always, before making a decision, we must destroy
I'm so sorry. I'm getting really bad about skipping dialogue because I can read it faster than the narrator talks. There's always questions that we will ask ourselves but never be able to answer.
any hesitation that we are holding on to. Once we make a decision, we must fight off any regrets. There is a chance that we will make the wrong decision and allow our allies to be sacrificed in vain. There is a chance that we will predict our enemy's movements correctly, yet underestimate their strength and be overwhelmed in battle. But being lost in hesitation and failing to take any action will always be more harmful than taking the wrong path. Everyone, listen up. I will personally take charge of Starskiff Haven, evacuate the people, and prepare for any possible attacks. I will do my best to ensure that things are safe on the ground. Nameless, please lend us your strength as you did when the Ambrosial Arbor was reborn. I need you and Wildza to go in search of Jiao Chou.
General, please entrust me with the safety of the Sky Splitter. I was originally meant to participate in the tournament, so now it is only right that I return to the Sky Splitter.
If Hule does come to attack the Sky Splitter, Lieutenant Yanqing, I need you to hold him there until I am able to arrive.
Please rest assured, General. If he dares step foot on the Sky Splitter, I, Yanqing, swear on the blade in my hands that he shall not escape.
As the Cloud Knights set off to various locations, they swiftly begin to cordon off.
Cloud Knights! The Borson have arrogantly decided to challenge us on Xianzhou territory. They vow that they will unleash a bloodbath along the streets of the Xianzhou. The unarmed civilians of the Xianzhou and countless visitors from afar are under our protection. Let me ask you, as Cloud Knights, will we allow the Borson to succeed with their plan? Be on your guard. Calling Starskiff Haven. Have all Cloud Knights be on full alert for Borson attacks.
Fei Shao, the ports of Starskiff Haven are crawling with wolf-like creatures. They're moving fast.
Hold them back! I will be there immediately!
Okay.
There you are, Fei Shao.
Madam Yukong. After 30 years, we find ourselves fighting.
I totally skipped her dialogue.
A short respite, then time for the next fight.
Oh, we're going this way. Okay.
Let's save some time.
Ooh. Make sure we get all of them.
Let's save some short respite, then time for the next fight. We have cleared out the enemies in Starskiff Haven.
But it seems that there are fierce battles being waged at both the Exalting Sanctum and Arum Alley. I will prepare a star skiff.
We cannot allow the fighting to continue. This is now a race against time to stop this farce that Hule has created. I know Jiaoqiu always wants me to know my limits and not get carried away, but now is the time to bring this to a swift end. Contact the Exalting Sanctum. Tell them if they see a light in the sky, all units are to retreat immediately. Madam Yukong, lend me your bow.
Moza's like out of That is so cool. At the same time, in Arum Alley, fixture of Skyborn Arrow. Man, all these poor Foxians.
I just knew it would end up this way. Every time she hits the battlefield, she makes a mess like this. She didn't even leave a single survivor to get intel from. One of these men must have known about Hule and Jiaoqiu's whereabouts. He has to be. A retainer like myself is nothing more than an insignificant shadow who stands by the general's side. But Zhao Cho is different. Without his careful treatment, the general wouldn't even be here today. Hopefully, he can use that silver tongue of his to buy himself enough time. Take a good look around. If you can find one or two Borisin that aren't dead yet, let me know. I don't care how tight their lips are sealed. I always have a way to crack them open and get the information we need.
Righto, scary man, righto. Is that Mock Talk?
What a terrifying attack. Who could have imagined that such astonishing strength would lie in the hands of a Foxian war slave? So decisive, so brutal. She is more like a descendant of Duran than we who have fallen to our current state. No wonder the warhead has his eyes on her.
The sneak that infiltrated the shackling prison. Moktok, you are harder to kill than a cockroach. But the fact that you have willingly shown yourself saves us some time. It is not too late for you to surrender. Tell me, where are Hule and Zhao Cho?
Save your energy, Yao Qing monkey. If there is one principle that we beasts know well, it is that we might have to break off an arm to break free from a cage. Today, I will be that arm. I lived as a hunter for many years. Yet I have only followed the warhead for this recent, brief period. However, his existence has brought light back to our once blind eyes. Like the moon of Verdantia. He has shown me the way. The descendants of Duran have abandoned the Wolf's Creed. In order to ensure our survival, we took solace in the shadows and fed on one another. We were no longer wolves. We were no more than rats, living a dirty and pathetic life. Thanks to the gift granted to us by Lord Hule, I have shared his vision and his blood. The descendants of Duran should live for the victory of the pack, and they should die for it as well. Come, Yao Qing man. Show me your fangs. We will fight to the death!
How honorable, you mangy dog. But you seem to have misunderstood. There will be no fair one-on-one duel. Let's see how tough you are once we've put you down.
It boils in my veins. The Morrison resurgence is at hand!
Morrison resurgence? You think you can still pillage and murder freely as you did 1,000 years before? Xianzhou Liaoqing will ensure that this is nothing more than your dying fantasy.
It's on me.
Conflict is pitiless.
Bust? Or maybe
maybe I'll take it all. Watch your head.
Dreams do come true.
Here, there's thunder.
Let's improvise. Let the show begin.
Conflict is pitiless.
Fight me! A scrape like this looks at me running!
The dead return!
Dreams do come true.
Bust. Or maybe I'll take it all.
I must hold on.
Show no mercy.
No dirty trick. Watch your head.
Let's improvise.
I'll catch up. Conflict is pitiless.
Boris resurgence shall come.
No matter how heroic your sacrifice, there is no honor in your battles or deaths, Borisin.
It seems that Moktok got what he wished for.
Hule, your declaration of war is over. From now on, no matter where you run, General Fei Xiao will catch you and send you to the same fate as Moktok.
Your tongue is sharper than your claws. Don't stand in my way, child. Have your general speak with me. Our little hunting game is not over yet.
Stand down, Waltza. I am here, Hule. What do you wish to say?
The Merlin's Claw. Though we have never met on the battlefield, I have heard many interesting things about you from both my men and your healer. The people of the Xianzhou must be quite brave to allow a Foxian war slave with Borisin blood to ascend to the position of general. Has no one ever questioned that lineage of yours? Or could it be that your grand achievements were enough to convince everyone to keep their lips sealed?
Claiming to have family ties with the enemy sounds to me like an attempt at asking for mercy. Hule, are you begging me for mercy?
I see that it is not only the ruthless blood of a wolf that courses through your veins, but also the cunning blood of a fox. When you think about it, this was a gift from the Borisin. Anything that we gift, we are also free to reclaim. The Merlin's Claw. I shall extend a final invitation to you. I will be waiting for you on the Sky Splitter before you arrive. I will slaughter all in sight, allowing the crimson moon that has fallen dim for over 700 years to once more come to life. I will illuminate the ship with the sheen of blood and show everyone just how weak and powerless the Xianzhou is. Then, I will pilot this ship through every blockade and barrier you have prepared and begin my journey home. This ship shall be the flagship for the Borisin Resurgence. Before I finish these tasks of mine, you have a chance to stop me or die at my hands. This is the path that I have prepared for you.
I accept your challenge, Hule. because the very moment you stepped aboard the Sky Splitter, you stepped onto your path to ruin.
Oh my gosh, we're still switching between POVs.
I'm entrusting you not only with the honor of the ring, but also with the security of the Sky Splitter.
That's easy for my grandfather to say. But this mission doesn't seem so simple anymore. The first round of the tournament is about to begin. I wonder how Yanqing and the others are doing. According to the plan, I should seek out the Cloud Knight soldiers aboard the Sky Splitter and see if they've discovered anything. Maybe I should take a moment to meet with March before the tournament starts. March is in the contestants' lounge right now. I wonder how her preparations are coming along.
Alright, we have 2 questions now. Are we able... Oh, we're almost able to unlock this. Is that the one we're on? No. Alright, so... Oh, sorry. Pushed buttons. There we go.
Hello there.
Okay, so... let's go to the map. Look at the time. We are almost at an hour 50, so that's about how much time I like 2-ish hours is normally about how long I stream. So I think since we finally have split to a new POV, that it might be time to put a pause on this. It is still getting good, like, I'm very interested in this story. But unfortunately I do have responsibilities. I do have a question though. Okay, so we do have one more week of this, so I might be able to get to scrounge up enough 10 pulls, or enough pulls to get another 10 pull, so we can still attempt to get Moza. Anyway, so I think we are going to, for now, switch back to me, and we will call it a day. So thank you all for joining us. It's definitely getting good. Like, this is definitely one of their stronger plot lines. I'm really enjoying it. We're still keeping with the theme of like hidden people. Hidden people that are spies within a organization or group that has been present throughout. Is this gonna be the same in PC? That has been present throughout playing this game. And we'll see how this continues. So thank you all so much for watching, and I hope you all have a lovely rest of your day.